Hi everyone, and welcome to today's art lesson. I'm back to showing you something on the computer today, something online. Every once in a while, artists like to go online and, or on a computer, I should say, and do what's called graphic design. So, seeing that you guys probably don't have the software, there's so many things that you can find on the internet that are for free, and you can be an artist and be creative by doing some kind of design work. So today, if you can see, we are on a site called Toony Tool, and on Google Classroom, you will see a link that will lead you to this site. And this is a cool little website on being able to create like a little cartoon. Today, I'm just going to give you a quick lesson on how to show one particular scene. And then depending how much time you have, if you want to put in some more scenes, it's up to you, but there's so many things you can do with this site. So like I said, the very first thing you would do is go to the link that I have provided. It's called toonytool.com, and you will see this up here where you will have what's called a blank canvas or screen. And I am just going to scroll this down a little bit so that you can see the work area and then all the things that you can apply to it. Excuse me. So the first thing you'll notice is that you have backgrounds, characters, bubbles, props, and meme text, and I'll go through each one of those. So the very first thing you can do is look at your backgrounds. Now, right away, you can see that there's already backgrounds provided for you. You can use your own backgrounds if you have a cool picture that you want to use, but I think we'll use today the ones that are provided for us. Excuse me again. If you take your cursor and just hover over this area, it'll just kind of quickly move through all those photos, and it's a bit too much. So what you can do is just, put it on that arrow and then stop, put it on the arrow and then stop, and you can see all the different examples. So I'm going to use some kind of a background. I'm just going to look through here. Those trees look kind of neat. This is kind of a nice one. So we can click on this background here, and you can see it's kind of like in a jungle with a little bit of a stream, and it's been applied to the background. Now, next thing, we're going to pick some characters. So I'm going to look here and see same thing with the characters. If you scroll over the arrow, you can see all the different characters that you can choose here, different people, different animals. So what I'm going to do is just have a look at this guy. Kind of looks cool. So if you put your hand over top of the image and you just click once on the left, it will appear in your picture. Now, if you put your cursor over top of the image, you can move it around however you want. You can grab the little corners, make it as small as you want. So we're going to put him somewhere in this scene so he looks like we'll just put him in the corner here. It looks like he is just kind of resting on the bank here. When you click away, that character has been put in for you. Let's use this girl here. She looks pretty cool. And we're going to put her maybe standing on this rock here. Put her maybe, and there again, you can play around with perspective. So if he is closer to you, he's going to be bigger. She's going to be a little bit smaller. If you ever want to move your characters, just click on them again, and you can move them around. But I kind of like her on this rock here. These two kind of look cool. Let's make them in the forefront. Let's put them actually up here, maybe on this rock. And if you notice, if you go off the screen, it'll just get cut off, but that's okay. You don't always have to have all of the image in there. Let's put these guys right here. Let's get some more characters. Oh, of course, we got to get him in there, chilling on the hammock. So for him, we'd have to have him between a couple here. If we put it there, make it a bit bigger. He's in between the two trees. Maybe right there. See if we can get someone else. Let's maybe get this guy in here. He's maybe right here. Bring him down in size a bit so it looks like he's further behind these guys. There. So we have our characters now, and there again, you guys can play around with this, have some fun. Look at all these different characters. If you want a rabbit in there, want maybe a monkey hanging from, oh, actually the monkey should be in there now that I think about it. Let's put this monkey, maybe he's hanging up here. He's a monkey, so he's going to be smaller. But we can just have him hanging somewhere up there in the trees. Yeah, have some fun. Bubbles, the next section up here. Now, when you're making cartoons, of course, you need to have some kind of speaking bubble or a thought bubble. So if we notice some of their mouths are open, so, this person can be speaking, she can be speaking, these mouths are closed, so maybe we can do some thought bubbles. So let's get this guy right off the bat having a thought bubble. So if you pick this one, you click on it, it's going to just appear in the center. You can move it. You can make whatever size you want, shrink it down. But if you notice inside, it says double click to edit the text. So in here, just use your mouse to double click. And now in this area, you can type in whatever you like. So if I have him say like, this is the life, ... Down here, you'll notice it says color. And here it says alignment, and here it says Comic Sans. You can change the fonts however you wish. I think I'll keep it to comic because it is a cartoon. Let's make it centered. The color, we can pick a color, maybe blue, and then apply. Now you can move this around. Now if you notice right off the bat, it's probably the size that you want. So, but if you want to shrink it, you can shrink it, but we'll kind of keep it like that. Click away. And now that speech bubble, or that thought bubble, is complete. Now, let's maybe have this guy say something. So if we want to maybe pick one of these speech bubbles, let's use this one. Or actually, and oh, by the way, and if you click on it and you don't want it, you can delete the object just on the left there. Let's put this one. So it looks like he's speaking right here. Double click on it. And for him, he can just maybe say, array, center. Let's give it maybe a different color, apply. And then we can put that speech bubble right there. Let's maybe have this guy over here thinking of something. So we can use a thought bubble, this one here. And what is he thinking? So he could be thinking, oh, he looks like he's looking up at the sky. Maybe it's some clouds. And of course, when you look at clouds, they take shape. So how about I see a bunny? Center it. Pick a color of maybe purple. Apply. And then you can make it small so it doesn't cover her. Bring it down. And we have that one done now. So let's maybe have these two. They're not saying anything. Their mouths aren't open. So we'll do another thought bubble. We'll double tap. And maybe we can just say, he's my BFF. We'll center it. Pick a color, orange. Make this maybe a bit bigger. And now we have those two thinking. And then finally with her mouth is open. So we can maybe put this speech bubble in over here. And she can say something like, let's dance. Center. And let's pick a color of, let's let's kind of do pink. Now she is saying something. The monkey, will just have him chilling up there. And now we have all of our speech and thought bubbles. Cool, huh? Now, if we come over here to props, there's lots of things you can put in here as well, like different sayings. Very cartoony looking. So you can put anything that you like in there. I'm just trying to think what would apply. So if I put so many to choose from, I don't know if anything really applies to this particular picture. Balloons, presents, hearts, wham, whoosh, wow, yahoo. Well, you know what? We can put this yahoo instead of hooray. So if we put yahoo, maybe make this big, and actually maybe just cover the hooray, just so that he's saying yahoo instead. But play around with it. The very last section here says meme text. When you click on that, all that really means is that you can put a title in this. So if you can just type in, so if you can just in this area where it says enter meme text, just type in whatever you wanted to call it. So we're just going to call this just chillin'. Click OK. It will appear in the center. You can make this as big as you like. Now, I guess one downfall to this, or one thing that isn't too great, is that they're all white. There's no coloring feature in here. This lesson, I won't show you how to put it into another software where you can actually color these. But for the most part, you can have lots of fun and play around, like I said, with all the backgrounds, all the characters, bubbles. So once you are done and you're happy with your image, oh, and one thing I do want to show you before I save this is, like, let's just move this guy. So if I move him and you come over here and you see, oh, he's in front. If you want to put two images so that one is behind the other, I'm just going to increase, or I'm just going to make this a bit bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. As soon as you click on an image, you will see these things below. So if I put it over here, I don't want him in front of these characters. I want them behind. So if you come over here, you'll see send backwards. When you click on that, it'll send your image behind. None of them are really behind or in front, but you see that if I put him, behind this guy, behind here, I'll just put him back to where he was. Maybe here you can see with his hand, it's behind that speech bubble. So maybe I'll make him a bit bigger so you can see what I mean. But that's a really good feature too. So you can put the picture behind it or in front of it. And then you have to figure that out with your cartoon or your image. There. So now this one is done. So I want you to notice down here, you have email, print, download, save or share online, edit result. Let's just focus on the download button. Excuse me. Now in download, you're going to save it to somewhere that you want it. So you can get it in that folder. I'm just going to call this just chillin'. I already did an example already, so I'll call this 2. Click save. And then when you go to your folder where you saved it, you can just see your image completed. And then you are done. If you want to make other cartoons and kind of put them all in like a bit of a story, you can. But like I said, I'm just going to show you this quick lesson for today. And we are done. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.